Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your second quarter April, May, June 2022 reading. This is a preview of the springtime after a long fall of last year and spring and winter. And so we now have an opportunity to adjust and recognize this new world that is opening up as a result of the impact of the pandemic. So if you like and enjoy this reading, or if you find it useful, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I thank all of you who do support me in all the ways that you do. Let's get started, Taurus, with your overall energy, the Servant or the Page of Jades or Pentacles. This card is indicating your desire to think through a new plan, to contemplate a new opportunity to grow something. You are presented with a barren or absent product or service, and you are contemplating a way to utilize the resource that is now being made available to you. This is a time of thoughtful, methodical study and devotion to learning a set of skills that will assist you in bringing this opportunity to fruition, practical fruition. In April, Taurus, you have the Lovers, the Lady or Queen of Swords, and the Devil card. Taurus, I see you contemplating some tremendous changes that have occurred in your life in April. I see you really taking the opportunity to observe the way you allow your thoughts to generate behaviors and emotions. But you're able to observe and witness these movements within your consciousness in a dispassionate way, not so characteristic of Taurus. However, you're reflecting on how your relationships have changed, how you understand that your perspective on relationships has changed. So as you now recognize that you at every turn make a choice for what is right for you. This is built now on a deep self-knowledge that you have, a deep alignment you have with the things that are important to you, the goals that you wish to establish for your life moving forward. You also realize that in the past, when you assumed responsibilities for others, without necessarily prioritizing your needs, you were making a choice that you probably would not change. However, you recognize that that way of establishing relationships and building a foundation has not served you ultimately. And in many ways, you are adjusting and moving as you contemplate these experiences with your former family of origin, your formative years, your early experiences of establishing your position in the world and your relationships as a result of that. The choice you made was always to prioritize the needs of others, and now your shift has dramatically changed as you've not only seen that not serve you, but you also did not have the information you now have about what is best for you, how to discriminate between those opportunities that will speak to a better version of you, a higher version of you, an improved you, and will not necessarily choose the road of least resistance, the easy road, the comfortable road. And as creatures of comfort, this is a tremendous revelation for you, because you are now choosing what is good for you, not what is easy for you. This is also shifting all of your relationships as you move through this process, where you are now establishing relationships based on what works for you unapologetically, in a way that you could never feel comfortable making judgments and determinations, decisions based on that criterion. What was important for you was always less important than the needs of others. Well, this is a major shift and a major revelation that you're coming to, and it is opening up your existence in your current life. You're no longer resting on the laurels of the past, but recognizing that opportunities continue to manifest themselves in your life on a regular basis. In May, we have the High Priestess, the Six of Staffs, and the Empress. Just beautiful flowering and opening up with these major arcana cards here, Taurus. So you are really possessing these qualities of the High Priestess and the Empress. One is an evolution of the other. The High Priestess is your resting on self-knowledge. Your exploration of the past has been more, I want to say, event, relationship driven, where now you are shifting, certainly by May, into this real deeper connection to memory. And this is personal memory, this is cultural history, this is a deeper connection to higher authority, be that your ancestors or anyone you recognize as elevated, calm, a memorist, a historian, a cultural historian. You are elevating your sense of memory and history to this level. You're also building on the card that is very naturally and associated with your natural energy. The Empress is associated with Venus, which is your ruling sign. You are Venusian in many ways, just as the Lover's card is connected with the two paths. Some people call this Gemini, but I see this as well the Venus connection. Venus rules attracting and repulsing, values, possessions, the body, the things we have, are contained in a body, and the things we have. So the Empress is presenting you with an opportunity to step into your power through the recognition of something that you've been able to accomplish. There has been so much growth in your family, in your community, that you're being recognized for your part in this. And this is a vindication of this experience, this shift in consciousness, where the focus was on the past hurts, resentments, bitterness, anger, feeling cut out, unjustly overlooked. You are getting that recognition in May. This is all throughout your birthday season, so this tremendous shift in your establishment in your true power as you make way for the guardians of your ancestral history and culture. You're accepting and absorbing all that wisdom and knowledge as the basis for the choices that you are now making, the power that you now recognize you have, this tremendous creative power of fertility, growth, production, attracting, caring for, nurturing, cultivating. It's a powerful energy that you're moving into. In June, we have the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Hermit card. I'm seeing this as all a continuous process of consciousness expansion and awareness. You're aligning what you want with who you are. And as you go through this process in June, you are able to heal specifically the wrongs that you have experienced. You're able to heal those within by recognizing and seeking to truly understand how these events occurred, how your heart was broken, why certain things failed, and recognizing that overall lessons were learned from that. So this traditional card of heartbreak, heartache, is really being taken on and addressed consciously by you as a way in which you understand the part you played in these unfair experiences, and you are now learning those lessons so that you can move on and heal yourself from these petty negative emotions and experiences that drain your energy on a daily basis. Moving through so much tremendous growth in a short amount of time does produce a lot of anxiety. You are now in a leadership role, in a management role of more resources than ever before as you've aligned yourself with your true talents and capacities. Opportunities are multiplying before you, and those bring worry and anxiety based on the old way that you had, the customary way you had of understanding what your responsibility was in all circumstances. So there, you haven't left behind all parts of these behaviors. This is what culture gives us. This is what we are trained to do from an early age. So releasing this perspective, this idea about who we are and what we're supposed to do as a result for others, there are many patterns and habits and residuals of these kinds of behaviors that you are still struggling with. And one of them is overanalysis, criticism, analysis paralysis, which is one of the ways in which we all glimpse opportunities and then scramble to figure out how we could possibly have been gifted with such an opportunity that we may not deserve, but we're going to do it better than it's ever been done before. This is an example of some of the thinking that occurs when we are presented with new opportunities and a new recognition of our power, of our tremendous influence that we have over others. There's a tendency to fall back, devolve into criticism, analysis, and that is not supportive, not only of those who are seeking your support and help, nor is it to yourself, because you're minimizing, you're deconstructing the power and opportunities before you by falling back on a sense of not enough, insecurity, not sure, second guessing, figuring out every permutation of an opportunity before it even arrives. However, what is the positive thing that is coming out from this process, even as it is not a linear process. Healing, growth is not something that proceeds linearly by step. This is something that evolves in the ways that reflect who you are and your needs, your understanding and your gaps in understanding, your compassion for self, and the ways in which we are harsh towards ourselves. We're critical of ourselves. This is showing that as you learn, as you ask for help, this is the important thing that you're learning. The prime helper, Taurus, that you imagine yourself to be, this prime nurturer, is also deserving and in need of assistance. And as you now recognize that your efforts, your achievements do not belong to you alone, but they are the result of some kind of a collaboration, some kind of a communal or team effort, and you now recognizing that and more consciously asking for the help you need, thereby providing a model for forward motion, for learning, for growing, for looking for the answers within rather than on the outside. By asking for the help, excuse me, that you need, and then teaching what you know, sharing what you know with others. So this actually puts you in a position to be a teacher at the end of the springtime, and I am so curious as to what that could be. Let's clarify a couple of cards. I want to clarify the Six of Staffs at the center of your reading with the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Interesting. The Six of Pentacles is really a kind of verification of the Six of Staffs. The Six of Staffs means you're getting recognition for what you've done. You've come through hard times, difficult challenges, and you're being recognized and given credit for that without stopping you. Your full knowledge is you're not at the end. You're moving through victoriously, and the successes of others can be credited to you to a certain extent. The Six of Pentacles is emphasizing the message of the Lovers. Where you've always given in the past, you now understand that part of loving, part of giving is receiving. Don't deny the opportunities of your loved ones to be able to love you back, to support you back, to equalize the process of giving and receiving. And this is in any love relationship, any relationship where you exchange energies and support. This is elevating your understanding of what is fair, what is just, and that as a giver, you deserve to receive. In fact, your receiving depends on your recognizing that you deserve to receive. The Page of Swords is kind of emphasizing this newfound ability that is pictured by the Queen of Swords, the Lady of Swords here. However, rather than being an authority in terms of new ideas, understanding conceptually what's going on, being able to observe your thoughts, witness the circumstances, the factors at work in your life, you are now opening yourself up to a new way of looking at the way you think, a new perspective that you're willing to cultivate, that is changing your iron cast and very stable sense about the way the world works. You're opening up to a new way of understanding that, and a new vulnerability in terms of your own thoughts and the behaviors that those thoughts generate. A new recognition that they are what create your reality, and adjusting those thoughts will change your reality to something that is more desirable. But it will also change your sense of responsibility about where you fit into the world and within your circumstance. I'm going to finish off this reading with a botanical inspiration. If you've enjoyed this reading, if you find it useful, please like and subscribe to my channel. And for Taurus, for summer, for spring rather, the second quarter, we have the camellia. The key word is destiny. William Shakespeare said, "It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves." I love this. I'm going to leave it here, Taurus. Thank you for your time and your attention. Until next time, Namaste.